What's up, guys? Shuckle King here for my round of 8 matchup, or I guess Elite 8 you could call it, for Good Saturday against King L5. So I guess before I start the battle, I appreciate the continued support throughout this tournament run I've had here, so please like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps my channel out. I appreciate it. Another thing, so I guess my opponent, we had until Wednesday before Thanksgiving to play. I told him that I'd have the team ready by Tuesday so he could play Tuesday night. He said that'd be fine, but then he didn't show up Tuesday night. But we didn't set a time, so I guess that's okay. So I told him we could play Wednesday, but I'm going out to the bars Wednesday night at 10 p.m. So I said before 9 would be great to play the battles to get some time in there. So he said 9 is fine, sure. I would have liked earlier, but it is what it is. At 9 o'clock he doesn't show up. I had to wait till 9:25. At that point I was really pushing it to try to get to the bars before 10 to avoid a cover charge there. So I really had to play this battle very quickly. And then he says, oh, we should get an extension till Friday. But I have Thanksgiving and Black Friday, so realistically I couldn't have done that anyway. It's a kind of a dick move there by King L5, but he also played really slow throughout our match, so that was really unfortunate there. But is what it is. We can still have a pretty good chance to win this matchup, and I feel like we have a pretty good chance against this team. Which you can see in the corner there, his team is Celesteela with Z moves, Roserade, Volcarona, Mega Diancie, Starmie, Druddigon, Diggersby, and Hitmonlee. Celesteela is just so annoying with Z moves, one of the best mons in the game. Even more of the broken stuff allowed in this tournament, Celesteela is still a top threat. Roserade is annoying just because of the poison types. It handles the Finny, handles my Bulu pretty well. And if he runs HP Fire Technician, it handles the Skarmory pretty well. So I had to watch out for that. Volcarona is annoying, but without Z moves is not as big of an issue. Greninja also revenged it pretty well. Nidoqueen could take it on pretty easily. Mega Diancie is annoying because it takes on my Victini very well. But otherwise I should be pretty okay for that. Everything else I'm not terribly threatened by. I guess Hitmonlee could have a poison move, but I'm not too threatened by it anyway. Diggersby's not going to do much because I have a Skarmory. Druddigon's not going to do too much because I have a couple fairies and dragons that outspeed it. So I feel pretty confident in this match. The first thing I thought was very good against this team was Finny. I feel like I say that just about every matchup. But Finny takes on basically everything but the Roserade on his team. I guess like an offensive Celesteela could also be annoying. So I'd have to watch out for that. But if it's defensive, I should be able to taunt it and weaken it enough so where something else can revenge go pretty easily. Dragonite also does pretty well. If I get a +1, Z Thunder Punch plus like Dragon Claw plus something for Diancie, like Iron Head or Earthquake, pretty much wrecks his entire team. So my goal is to get up a +1 with Dragonite late game. Next I have Skarmory, which can somewhat handle the Mega Diancie and Roserade, unless if he's like the Technician Hidden Power Fire set, so I gotta watch out for that. Also handles the Diggersby and Druddigon with really no problems. Like a Reckless Choice Band Hitmonlee would be very annoying, and I couldn't handle that with Skarmory. But I also have Bulu and Finny to take it on if he's banded. Layfor would be a little bit more annoying, but even then Hitmonlee is not terribly fast, so my Finny could outspeed it, and I have a lot of stuff that outspeeds it anyway. So let's see my team. So the first Pokemon I have is Tapu Fini, with enough speed to outspeed a max speed Diggersby, and I can kill it with Surf after Rocks. Moonblast also kills the Hitmonlee after Rocks, which is nice. I don't outspeed that if he's Jolly though. With my special attack investment is there for the to kill the Hitmonlee and the Diggersby, and the rest into HP. I can taunt the Celesteela if it's a Leech Seed Protect set to neuter that nuisance right there. Dragonite, as I said before, Thunder Punch, Dragon Claw, Earthquake, wrecks his team. This also outspeeds Diggersby without a speed boost. I figured that was pretty important if I wanted to kill it with a Dragon Claw, or if he was like a Scarf Diggersby, then I'd be able to kill it at +1. So that's cool. Skarmory is max specially defensive, which is a little bit unusual, but it handles the Mega Diancie and the Roserade a lot better if he's the Hidden Power Fire set. Iron Head kills the Mega Diancie, and Drill Peck handles the Roserade. And then Stealth Rocks and Roosts just for team support and staying alive as long as possible. Next I have Choice Scarf Victini. This would speed tie at +1 Volcarona if he gets that up. And I can live any hit from it, whether it's a Hidden Power Rock or Hidden Power Ground or Bug Buzz at +1. Even after rocks, I'd be able to take that with my special defense investment. And the rest into attack. V-Cray plus Bull Strike hits his team very hard except for the Druddigon, but I can U-turn on that. Final Gambit. I really didn't have a fourth move. I could have put Trick in there, maybe Glaciate. I figure Final Gambit would be cool if I really want to get rid of something last second there. Next I have Nidoqueen with Assault Vest and basically all special defense to this allows me to take two +1 Fire Blasts from Volcarona, which is very nice, and I can kill with a Rock Slide there, unless we Strati Berry. Thunderbolt hits the Celesteela, Ice Beam hit like the Roserade, and Earthquake to hit the Mega Diancie, Thunderbolt also hits the Starmie. I hit his whole team basically with this moveset, which is nice. I'm not going to be hitting terribly hard just because I don't have Life Orb or a ton of special attack investment. It's more of a tank in this regards. And the last I have max special defense, max speed with a Timid Nature Mega Latios. Interesting set here, but this allows me to live Mega Diancie Moonblast from full, which is very nice, and I can kill with a Hidden Power Steel. So very cool set in that regards. Thunderbolt Ice Beam hits his team pretty hard otherwise, except for Volcarona. I don't handle that too well, but Nidoqueen's a pretty good counter to it. I don't do a ton of damage to Celesteela. I do like 40% of its defensive spread, so I gotta watch out for that. But he doesn't want to come in on me otherwise. So that's my team. Let's see how well it does in the match. Alright, so as we can see from his team here, he does not bring the Volcarona, which is just great. Volcarona is just so annoying. It also means my Nidoqueen is not as helpful in this match. I guess it could take one hit from like Diancie, or it takes a hit from Roserade pretty well. So otherwise, Nidoqueen doesn't do a ton. Dragonite, again at +1, just does so much damage to his team. So that's my goal in this match, to late game sweep with my Dragonite at the end. So I am going to lead with my Mega Latios. In case he leads with his Diancie to get rocks up, I can live a hit with Moonblast and then kill it with Hidden Power Steel. He leads with the Starmie, and I do a ton of damage. This damage, I think he has a little bit of bulk. I wasn't quite sure based on his damage and based on the damage I dealt to him. I don't think he's max special attack. He could be, but I didn't think he was. So I do a ton of damage to him right there. I do want to recover though, just to get up to full, expecting a switch there. I go for the Ice Beam, do a ton of damage to the Druddigon to 2 KO it. His Dragon Claw damage back to me shows that he's a offensive Druddigon spread. I don't think he's adamant. Adamant, I'm pretty sure would have knocked me out. But if he's not adamant, he could be like max HP, max attack. I'm not sure. Or maybe he got a low roll and he wasn't max attack. He might have been like a mixed offensive spread there. Maybe with some speed, though I don't think speed would make too much sense. So honestly, I'm not quite sure what his Druddigon spread was, because based on my calc, Adamant probably would have killed, and just a max attack and not boosted Adamant would have done this damage. So I'm not quite sure. I'll have to look into that maybe later on. But fearing a Sucker Punch, I'm going to switch out to my Finny. Just go for the Dragon Claw again there, which is weird. Maybe he could be a Scarf set, possibly. I'm not quite sure. He could be Scarfed and I just outspeed it just because Latios is very fast. So that could be a possible set there. So I got my Victini here, and predicting the Druddigon to come back in, I'm going to just U-turn on that. Don't do a whole lot of damage, which is fine. Got my Mega Latios, assuming he doesn't have the Sucker Punch. He would have gone for it before, but he does go for it now, so good play for him. So I'm going to have a free switch my Finny. I want to kill the Druddigon, so I go for the Moonblast. And knowing that Roserade is going to come in most likely, but I have a pretty free switch in the Nidoqueen here. So I find out he is Life Orb damage, which is good to know. Ice Beam would kill the Roserade from there, so I was just going to go for that. And go for the Thunderbolt just to gauge the damage on the Celesteela. Seems like he's like a mixed defensive spread, so I know he's on Z-move, which is nice to know. So predicting a Protect, I'd go into Victini there. V-Create is a pretty safe move to fire off here. Yes, he can go into Diancie, but that's going to get weakened a lot, so I'm fine with that. Go for the V-Create there and does 40th%, so I know he is most likely max special attack, max speed, and not much bulk at all. So he goes for the Stealth Rocks here, which is fine. I'm going to fire off an Iron Head just to kill the Diancie if he thought he could kill me and return her to a lot of damage. But he doesn't want to do that. Goes for the Flamethrower, only does 40%. Skarmory is pretty bulky even with the low special defense of base stat. When maxed out, it does take hits pretty well. So goes for the Leech Seed there. He predicts my switch very nicely and goes for the Heavy Slam to do a ton of damage to my Finny. Going to taunt predicting the Leech Seed here. So even if he does kill me, I should do decent damage to the Celesteela there. So I'm going to defog, get rid of the rocks. Does a ton of damage there. I don't want him to get a Beast Boost, so I go on my Victini, which pretty much hard walls it. Sees Protect, Leech Seed, Flamethrower, and Heavy Slam. Goes for the Protect, also gets a PP stall a little bit on my V-Create, which is good for him. So V-Create will get a kill, unless he goes in the DNC there, but that's going to get weakened a ton again. So he kills off the Druddigon, which is fine there. Going my Skarmory, knowing I can take any 2 hits from it pretty well. So I do take the Power Gem very nicely. I probably should have switched into my Victini there, knowing that Celesteela was going to 100% be a switch in. Just because Skarmory wasn't going to be terribly helpful in general throughout this match. I guess it could have taken a hit from Roserade, but I was weakened enough to where Victini could have killed it. But I switched into I get a Roost off to give a free switch in a Celesteela, so I then have to go to my Finny to somewhat sack it, but he goes into Diancie and get rocks up. I probably should have spammed Defog, so that way my Dragonite could come in for free here, just because it's going to be hard to get a Defog off once Roserade's going to probably come in after Diancie dies, so it's going to be hard to get a Defog off just because Stormy outspeeds and kills me. Hitmonlee probably has Poison Jab and should kill me after a Rock's damage, so I could really only come in on a Celesteela if I predicted to go not for Heavy Slam. It also would have been nice if I had Defog on my Skarmory instead of having probably Drill Pick I probably didn't need looking back on it, just because Iron Head would have done enough damage to the Roserade there. But I do kill the Mega Diancie, which was a big threat to my Victini, so Victini should be a lot better later on this match, but it's going to get worn down a lot with rocks. So I'm sacking off my Nidoqueen here, goes for the Leaf Storm, guessing doesn't have Giga Drain, or want to ensure to get the kill there. So he's very weakened. I misplay very hard here. I should have V-created. I had no reason not to do that, just because I killed something. I killed his Stormy because it was so low. Would have killed the Hitmonlee, Roserade, or Celesteela there. I don't know why. A U-turn there, to be honest. I also know I was in a very rushed state to try to get this match done, to get to the bars before the cover charge kicked in, and King L5 was also playing very slow in this match, so it was kind of a dick move on his part. Being late to the match and playing slow when I told him I had to be somewhere quickly, but is what it is, I guess. So U-turn and go into my Skarmory. I do want to try to get a Defog off here. Go into Tapu Fini, just to get some Life Orb damage off, to maybe Life Orb kill the Roserade, but that's not going to happen. So I go back into Skarmory, predicting the Hidden Power Fire, or the Leaf Storm, which doesn't happen. He gets up enough hazard, so my Victini dies, so I really have to rely on Dragonite winning this match. So my Finny will die, and my Victini dies to a hazards damage. So it all comes down to Dragonite here. I have to go for the Dragon Dance and kill with a Z Thunder Punch. Goes for the Leech Seed there, protects. I predicted a Protect, so I go for the Dragon Dance, and at this point, I completely throw the game away. Again, I was very rushed to try to get this game done so I could get out on time, so I wanted to 100% kill this Celesteela at this point, so I go for the Z move, which would kill it. A +2 Thunder Punch would not kill the Celesteela, but so I guess maybe it wasn't a complete choke if he went for the Heavy Slam here, predicting me not to go for the Z move. then he would have won the game there if I didn't Z-move. But there was no reason for him not to just sack off a Starmie here. So he does do that, and I killed a Starmie, but I'm not going to be able to kill a Celesteela at +2 with Thunder Punch without my Z-move. I'm going to be able to do a lot of damage, but not enough to kill it. He goes into Hitmonlee. I actually do add speed as Hitmonlee, even with Unburden Boost. Maybe wasn't expecting me to run that much speed on it. So that's a nice kill there. At this point, no point in me Dragon Dancing. I could kill him at +3 with a Thunder Punch, but he knows that. So I have to go for the crit or the paralysis here on this Celesteela here, because he's going to go for the Heavy Slam or Flamethrower as he does and knock me out here. So I do not get the crit or the para, and I do die there. So if I just regular Thunder Punch the Starmie, let's see, go back a couple turns there, I do lose this match. So go for the Protect, and I go for the Dragon Dance, and at this point I burn my Z move. If I don't burn my Z move, so I'll be at 51%. I'm at 51%, I kill whatever comes in, so I kill the Starmie, pretend I do still have my Z move. He would either go into Celesteela here, Protect, and then sack off. Actually, if he went into Celesteela instead of Hitmonlee, I would have gone for the Z Thunder Punch there. Because even with the Z move, I would have done enough damage through the Protect, because the Z move will break the Protect and do enough damage. Add enough chip, should be able to kill the Celesteela at +2 Thunder Punch. His only play was really going into Hitmonlee here if I didn't burn my Z move. The same thing would have gone out, would have faked out, I would have outsped it, killed it with a regular Thunder Punch, and then at that point Celesteela would have probably, his only play was to Protect there. I would have gone for the Z Thunder Punch, wouldn't have killed, but it would have done enough damage to where a +2 Thunder Punch would have killed there, so the Celesteela would have had to go for a double Protect. So I basically threw away a 2 out of 3 chance of me winning this match at the end there, but I guess it wasn't a guaranteed. But kind of unfortunate, but again, given the circumstances, it was whatever. And I don't even know why we did this match so quickly, because this match happened 3 weeks ago, and the Final Four still have not happened yet. This was actually the last battle that's happened in this tournament, and this was 3 weeks ago, so kind of unfortunate that it was rushed for really no reason in this regards, but I guess it happens. So whatever. I'll see you guys for the next tournament that I'm in, or league. You guys will be figuring that out pretty soon. I'll be having a video up for a new Wi-Fi or Pokemon Showdown, but it's a upload requirement league. So I'll show you my pretty busted team that I have there. So until next time, later guys.